Hey Teresa, how you doing? All right, so classroom presentations were on target and health. I agree. This week's presentations are just fantastic. That video with the Volkswagen ad, that's one of the best, really one of the best examples I've ever seen regarding the topic of creating synergy between type and image. So really good stuff. I'm glad you appreciated that. Okay, let's talk about the composition itself. Now, I'm going to have to do a lot of scrolling here, Teresa, because there's no PDF or JPEG associated, so I can't really zoom out. This is as far as I can go. So let's take a look at the composition. You've done something, you're doing some real, this is good stuff. I mean, it's really an interesting, very interesting composition. There's a couple of things I recommend. All right, now you've done something very smart, and that's you've taken some visual cues out of the image itself, and you've used those to help assemble the composition. That's smart. I'm talking about the circle. So you've taken this circle, you've repeated it here, here, and here for your images, but you've also repeated it here, and to a lesser degree, here and here. That's good stuff. Okay. The typographic composition for design in everyday life, I think it's gorgeous. I really think you've done a fantastic job. And I love seeing this. I really do. That said, I think it's, in terms of proximity, meaning the placement, the grouping is a little bit loose. And I think that right now it's loose to the point, if you remember back in our kerning exercises from assignment 1, remember spacing can impede the cadence of the phrase. So this phrase should read design in everyday life, right? But since it's spread out pretty loosely, it reads more like design in everyday life. We want it to say design in everyday life. Easy fix, right? Let's take in, move it up to about there. Every day, bring it in. Life, bring it in. So this composition here should really take the shape of about something like this. So really compact that so we can really, really see that that's one phrase and not just 4 words, okay? The image itself is not going to work. And the reason I say that is because it's a low-res image. I think you mentioned that. You mentioned that in your writing. So it is a low-res image. So we see this pixelization here, so that's not a good thing. Other than that, it's a really interesting crop. It's the dominant image. Good job. I don't recommend placing your type in the coffee cup. I really don't. I think that we use this wonderful negative space. Since this is going to get pushed up right here, it's going to open up an area for your type. Okay, you can place your type right here or right here. But I wouldn't place the type over the image. I don't find it to be effective. Conversely, you can move your circles up, change the size of them, create an area down here for type. Okay. And regarding the type itself, let's take a look at this paragraph. Now, the main thing I'm seeing in this paragraph is, A, it's presented in bold. And we've learned in our course lectures that you really don't want to present body copy in bold because it's synonymous to being yelled at as a viewer. So I don't want to feel like this is raising its voice to me. So for that reason, I recommend not presenting the body copy in bold. The rags are an issue. There's two issues I'm seeing. Okay, number one, there's 2 spaces after this period right here. And again, from our 18 rules this week, remember one of them is 1 space after periods. Always from this day forward, Teresa, 1 space after your periods. Never 2 spaces. That's left over from the days of typewriter. Digital imaging, 1 space. Okay. The rags are really, really uneven. In our course lectures this week, it described rags that should not create patterns or waves. Right now, we see this wave right here. It goes, watch my cursor. I'm following the line of the rags. It goes like this. It goes waves in like this, waves out like that. So generally, the shape is this. So it's kind of going whoop, like that, okay, as opposed to long line, short line, long line, short line, long line, short line. So, but in a not noticeable way. Your lines should be long, short, but not super long and super short. They should be, something like this, okay? And the reg should not be noticed, so you don't want these kind of patterns here. So you definitely want to address that. You've got you're using sans serif. There's no serif typeface here, and I'm okay with that. I think, quite often in this exercise, I recommend that students mix sans serif with serif. You're using a script, that's fantastic. I don't think this is going to work introducing a third typeface. So I think this is fine leaving that sans serif. Okay. Other than that, I think you're really on to some interesting things here. It's a great start, really good start. Very smart design, Teresa. Good job. All right, now, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. But I would like to see those changes for your final submission. If you want to, it's already Friday, so if you want to run something by me between now and Sunday, I'll certainly be in. So we can definitely do that. Now, I want to address these a couple of things here. Now, these lead lines are great. I think that you've done a good job here. It really leads the eye, and that's a good thing. So, plus they take on the kind of same configuration as the vertical orientation of the machine, and that's kind of neat too. But I would remove this dot right here as it impedes that with that tittle. It just kind of creates an uncomfortable visual tension with that tittle. That's the dot, by the way, over the eye is called a tittle. So let's remove that dot right there, and this little stray dot down here just can be off in no man's land. So let's get rid of that guy too. Yeah. Other than that, I think we're really in good shape here. I'm seeing this brown color in this should be the same color just for harmony. Let's make sure that this color for every day is the same color as the rings on the outer circle. Okay, and to take that a step further, you can go into this image right here and sample a brown out of the coffee beans, or a brown out of the coffee. Just one sample a pre-existing brown from one of the images, and that again is going to really tighten up the page harmony, create a nice visual cohesion. All right, fantastic. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications? Let me know. I'll be glad to provide any of the above. Great start. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.